I just had the coolest freaking encounter ever, and I'm still in shock. Oh, what's going on here? Look at this. This is a massive school of striped catfish, but they're getting hunted by trevallies and all sorts. This is crazy. What? Guys, I have never seen anything like this. What is going on? I've got to be a bit careful though, because these guys are venomous. Holy sh**. Look at them, they've just stirred up all the sand. You can't even see anything. Look at that, whoa! It's like a river of catfish. And we've got these smaller, I think they're golden trevallies as well on top. Wow, that's awesome. Right, let's go find some more cool stuff. It just goes to show you've got to spend as much time as possible down here, because that's when you see the really weird stuff. So, there's a couple of big carpet anemones here with some saddleback clownfish on them, and some other cool little critters. Let's take a look and see what we can find. I've got to hope they don't bite me though. No, don't do it. Go away. Don't do it. You've not even got eggs. What are you guarding? Whoa, look at this guy. Porcelain crab. So, these porcelain crabs, they're filter feeders, and they can always be found on these big carpet anemones. You'll see they've got these specialised appendages that they use for catching organic material as it floats through the water. And they're not the only small little crustaceans that call these carpet anemones home. Oh, we've even got a little sexy shrimp. Look at this guy. And then we've also got these banded coral shrimps, but for some reason this one's covered in algae. You can see the size difference here between the coral shrimp and the squat shrimp or sexy shrimp. They're pretty big. And these are a type of cleaner shrimp, so this one's probably waiting for a fish or something to swim past so we can pick off some parasites. Right, let's go find some more cool stuff. Oh, this is cool. That's a little dragonette. Look at this thing. It's a ghost pipefish, but I'm not sure what species. Perhaps a rough snout. Let's have a look.
So this is in fact a rough snout ghost pipefish, although this individual doesn't have a particularly rough snout compared to other ones I've seen here. Interestingly, these critters are usually a pelagic species, meaning they drift around in open water, but they head towards sandy slopes during certain times of the year to mate. I think this one will soon be heading off back into the blue.
He's moving like crazy. It's impossible to film. Check out these two big Indian lionfish. Blocks like these are always a good place to find interesting things, including these big lionfish. There's a little grouper here as well that's just spooked off from inside the block. Off he goes, look. He's not quite as confident as these guys. And they're probably hunting all these little fish you can see up in the water. Oh. I'm being stalked by a big fat white spotted puffer. Here he is, look. Now he's been seen, he's swimming off. Guys, I've just seen a cool octopus. What is this? He's going down a hole though. Down he goes. Ah, next time. Whoa, there's an awesome fish just up here. Let's see if I can get close to him. So this guy is a longhorn cowfish. And when they're small, they're a lot cuter, and this one's very big. You can see his long horns there, look. Oh, he's just done a massive dump. That was incredibly rude. Look at that, that's disgusting. Oh, what the hell? Here he is, look. Feeling about 10 pounds lighter now. He's also got some big horns on his butt, look. Goodbye, sir. That's an awesome fish. Guys, look at these things. I don't know whether you can see, but they're like bright orange and purple on the inside. I'm not entirely sure what species these are. But guys, as you can see, we've got all these little fish and they're using the spines of the urchins to help them avoid predators. The urchins are moving quite fast as well, so I better get my hand out the way. You'd think that urchins are quite slow, but no, they are definitely not. These guys are going super quick. Just so you can see the size, here's my hand. So they're probably about 8 inches or so across. This one gets all the fish though, look. No fish on, oh, they're moving now. This area is covered in all sorts of different urchins though. This I think is called a two-spine urchin or double-spined urchin. It's been a good day so far. So, to most people this might look like a bit of a sort of barren wasteland. But these sandy mucky slopes are full of really cool critters, big and small. Talking of which, there's one. A channel favourite, the flounder. And this seagrass and algae is really good for a whole host of critters. Oftentimes you'll find things like pipefish or seahorses clinging onto it. And there's also obviously a lot of bigger stuff that eats it, like big green turtles and dugongs. You can't make this up. I was literally just talking about what eats this seagrass, and look what I've just found. So this is a green turtle. We can tell this because this one's just got a single pair of scutes in between its eyes. And it's also got some remoras chilling on its back. Now, once upon a time, this area might also have been a haven for dugongs, but also predators of both dugongs and green turtles, like the tiger shark. There she is, look, just munching on the seagrass. And have a look at these remoras that are stuck to her back. They do occasionally swim around, but yeah, they're pretty resourceful little fish. You can see that single pair of scutes now in between the eyes. So we know this is a green. It's also a very good looking species of turtle. Just need to find a dugong now, and a tiger shark. So today I'm diving a spot that I've never dived before, so let's go down deep and see what we can find. So there's some blue spotted stingrays hunting with some small long-faced emperors in the shallows. You can see here how the stingray's digging up the sand and the emperor's just sat there hoping that something will swim at him and he can grab it. Whoa! He was not happy. We've also got a school of these crazy looking razorfish or shrimp fish. Hopefully you can just see them there as they swim off. No, we're playing hide and seek it seems. Yeah, what a bizarre looking creature that is. And you can see that the sandy bay ends just here and it starts dropping down, so we're going to go down there and see what we can find. There is a bit of current though, so I've got to be a little bit careful. Whoa, this is a monster snake eel. Just poking his head out of the sand. Oh, I've never seen one this big before.
This is a black-finned or high-finned snake eel, so named because of their tall dark dorsal fin. These snake eels spend most of the day buried under the sand, emerging at dusk to hunt in the sandy shallows, using their elongated nostrils to detect small mollusks and crustaceans hiding under the mucky substrate.
Goodbye. Yeah, really cool creature, but they don't really do much, so they're kind of hard to film. Here's another one of these longhorn cowfish. Hopefully this one doesn't take a dump on me. Whoa, that's super cool. Look how he's blowing a jet of water into the sand, I guess to stir it up to see if there's anything underneath it. That's awesome. What a crazy trick. Guys, every day is a school day down here. You see all sorts of weird stuff, weird behaviours, like you literally cannot know it all. Oh, here's a little peacock mantis shrimp. Hello, sir.
These punching peacock mantis shrimps possess some of the most sophisticated visual systems in the animal kingdom, with over 5 times the number of photoreceptor cells as humans, allowing them to see a broad range of light wavelengths, including ultraviolet. This species of mantis shrimp uses specialised appendages to smash its prey. The strike is so fast that it produces a cavitation bubble that collapses to form a small implosion that helps the shrimp smash through the hard shells of its prey. And this one was clearly a very successful hunter.
I'll tell you what, it's like a graveyard down here. There's sort of little crab and snail shells everywhere. This guy's obviously been feeding up pretty well. He's very confident now though, look at him. The peacock mantis is easily one of my favourite critters, guys. They're super charismatic and obviously very colourful. And I've not had one punch my lens yet, and long may that continue. And there's the king of camouflage. The flounder. You can see how he's got all these different spots on him. I think these are probably fake eye spots. And the reason they have these is so that any predators that come in for the kill, they're not entirely sure where their head is, so they don't know where to strike. But yeah, that's some crazy evolution. He's got lots of things going for him. See you later, buddy.
So this new spot was covered in life, but I couldn't help but think it had way more to offer. 24 hours later, armed with just a GoPro, I spontaneously dropped back down just as the sun was dipping below the horizon, and was treated to easily the best wildlife encounter of my entire life.
Oh guys, I have done hundreds and hundreds of dives here, and I've always felt like I've never really gotten lucky, you know. My friends have seen whale sharks, like schooling hammerheads, threshers, all sorts of stuff, and I was starting to think that I was just unlucky, but I just had the coolest freaking encounter ever, and I'm still in shock. Here it is.
This fantastic creature is a Bowmouth guitarfish. Despite the Bowmouth's shark-like appearance, they're actually classified as rays given their gills are located on the underside of their bodies, and it appears this one is a female. The Bowmouth's most distinctive feature is its large rounded snout that this one insisted on using to headbutt my camera on a number of occasions. And they're also armed with rows of thorns that are thought to serve as protection against predators. However, this encounter was very bittersweet. The Bowmouth and the other 9 species of wedgefish are now considered one of the most threatened families of marine fish in the world. This Bowmouth is critically endangered, threatened by overfishing and habitat loss, with some localised populations already considered extinct. It's possible, and even likely, that this individual has already been caught. Their fins fetch a very high price in Asian markets, and their thorns are turned into rings and sold to buyers that believe they provide protection against dangerous waters. I spent over 800 hours underwater waiting for this moment, but it was definitely worth it.